As for some people, here's my playlist which contains the Pokemon theories where I post a lot of theories about Pokemon. So do have a look at it for once please. If you're a Poke fan, you are sure gonna love it. The battle of the OG rivals in the early 2000s, this was as much the battle of the year. Ash's first 6 on 6 against any of his old rivals, and one of the best too. Ash's Snorlax and Charizard and Heracross to some extent were the heroes of this Johto series battle. Gary's Nidoqueen, Blastoise and Caesar had reduced Ash's team to just Charizard, but an unlikely result followed afterwards, Charizard being in a 1-on-3 disadvantage, including 2 disadvantaged Pokemons. He managed to defeat all of Gary's remaining Pokemon, winning Ash one of his most important victories and proving why he is one of Ash's strongest Pokemons. The highlight of this battle is Charizard vs Blastoise. Ash's first ever 6 on 6 Pokemon battle ended with him winning his first major Pokemon trophy. As for Ash, who finished top 16 in Indigo League and did not actually have extreme battling experience that time, facing off against a league's champion who got high level Pokemons, though most of Drake's Pokemons were opposite, defeated his ace Dragonite. It was one of the closest battles. I like how the writers created a position where Ash, having 4 Pokemons left versus Drake's last one left, and still barely managed to win with his final Pokemon. It was a major turning point in Ash's journey. The highlight was Pikachu vs Dragonite. Ash, just winning the Alola League days ago, faced off against his father figure Kukui. The animation was above par in this battle. You love to see a high quality animations in these battles. Ash's Incineroar had the spotlight here too. We hadn't seen a 6 on 6 battle for ages at this stage, and it was a flawless display. Ash proved why he deserved to win the Alola League. The ending of Pikachu vs Tapu Koko with the Guardian of Alola and the Million Volt moves was the highlight. That was absolute madness. Paul was definitely Ash's strongest categorized rival of all time, who even pushed Ash to his limits to unleash his power. This battle had animations, emotions, strategies, mind games all at stake. The toxic spikes, the burning field, the thunder-used field. This battle was top most of its time and maybe even still clashes versus the Leon battle as the greatest. Ash had everything to prove here. His Gliscor, Pikachu and Infernape were the heroes, despite being at the receiving end most of the time won, and at last Infernape defeating Electivire was so lit. I loved it, a redemption from the Lake Equity loss. The Alola champion Ash Ketchum facing off against a legendary Sinnoh champion Cynthia in 15 years, and whom Ash was willing to battle so long. This was surely worth the wait. Cynthia had used the perfect blend of strategies, especially with Spirit Tomb and surprising Togekiss Mega Evolution. Now Ash knew that this was the toughest opponent he'd faced, and even his Pikachu was knocked out early in the match. After 2 to 3 long episodes, Ash, having his last Pokemon Lucario, being at a huge disadvantage 1/2, defeated Mega Evolution Togekiss, and for the first time in Pokemon anime, Cynthia's Garchomp was defeated. Ash is the first one ever to defeat Cynthia's Garchomp on screen. That is the highlight. A fitting into an extraordinary semi-final. This is the moment when a million of Poke fans' dreams came true, when Ash finally conquered the undefeatable and was recognized as the strongest trainer of all time. This is arguably the greatest battle of all in Pokemon history anime. Those who haven't watched this anime, I'll keep a separate explanation for this battle because the 1 year anniversary is also coming. Because I want to make this episode as short as possible. And Ash in his final battle and biggest battle, which lasted 4 episodes, a month nearly, after rising from a 1000th position to facing off against the Monarch in his final ever battle against his God tier Pokemon, including his ace Charizard. Ash with his Galar team with all the 3 powers activated and afterwards still being at a disadvantage 1 by 2. With his final Pikachu, Ash came out on top, defeating his Charizard. The battle, the emotions, the standing ovations, the Ash becoming a world champion. It was just too much to handle. It was one of my best days as a Poke fan. I still remember seeing it live and it was even better. That is the end of my video and I'll see you guys the next time. So long guys.